Good evening, everyone. My name is Candy Whitley-White, and welcome to my channel. Hey, I am here again with another episode of repurposing stuff you got in your house, or maybe not everything in your house, but maybe repurposing or making something look like it cost $1 million, but it didn't. So we are going to make something look like it came from Restoration Hardware, but it didn't. Okay, so if you're anything like me, you like really nice things, but you really don't want to pay a whole lot of money for it, right? I don't, but I really like nice stuff, but I don't want to pay $95 for a flower pot or just outrageous prices for stuff that I could probably make myself. So that really bothers me, especially when I can go in and just like, I could probably make that myself. And once I see all the pieces that go into creating something, I'm like, yeah, I think I can do that. So in my dining room, I wanted a different centerpiece for my table. So I was looking, at first I saw this kind of centerpiece at Z Gallery. Z Gallery is a furniture store in, well, I know that they had one in Portland. I don't think they're there anymore. But anyway, I know they're in California, but I look at some of their stuff online. And it was this kind of oblong shaped, sort of, I guess, aluminum, kind of, I guess, a dish or whatever. It's really long and narrow. And I thought, okay, this will be perfect for my table. It's long, it's kind of big. And I had my husband, I told him, oh, I really want this. Will you order it for me? He ordered for me, got it here, and it did not work. It was my table just swallowed it up. So I was not happy with it. I sent it back and I thought, I need something else. So went to Restoration Hardware and just kind of looked around and thought, they had some nice stuff. You know, they had some nice big pots and everything with the succulents. You know, the succulents in the pots, and really big, ginormous pots, and they're like $100, $200. I'm like, I'm not paying that kind of money for fake succulents. That's ridiculous. So I thought, how can I create this look without paying them $100, $200? So I had to figure it out. So one of the workers at Restoration Hardware gave me a good idea. She said, have you ever been to At Home? I said, At Home? I don't buy stuff from At Home. Not like that, you know, not for my table, you know, because At Home, the only thing that comes to my mind for At Home is like they make stuff from like 100,000 items of the same thing, and I don't want that for my table, you know, like unique items or whatever. But you know, all I could think of was like At Home, like a carbon copy 1,000,000 times. You know, I'm sorry, I'm just being real. So I thought, surely you could not be serious. And she was like, you'll be surprised. Sometimes they have some really cool things. I was like, I'll check it out. So I went, and she probably was not expecting, or I was not probably going in the direction that she expected me to go in. So when I went there, I was looking in the flower pot section, which was probably totally not what she was telling me to go to look for. So when I went there, I ran across this pot. This is a flower pot. It's a shallow pot. And they had one. You hear me? No, wait a minute. Yeah, they had one. I was like, are you serious? And it's pretty close to the end of the season. So I'm like, out of all times, the one that I liked, they had one of them. So I get the calling thinking, where can I find another one? And I thought they didn't have one, and I didn't know where another home at home was. They only had one here in town, and it's like, what am I gonna do? So, long story short, I found out that they had one in Oklahoma City. Did I drive to Oklahoma City? Yes, I did. Yes. I found it. So I hopped in my car, drove Oklahoma City, and I got one. Got two. I needed 3 to complete the look I was going for. So I got 3 of these pots. What I was going for was just kind of have a succulents pots down my table. So I got 3 of these pots, shallow pots. And by the way, these were $35. Okay. Again, we're talking about how we repurpose stuff, right? This look, I have some panels of a look that I had before. I made these curtains. This is a burlap curtain for my kitchen nook. This is just a panel of it. I had this in my kitchen nook about maybe 2 years ago, and I'm over that look. So I just used this as some filler for this look I'm trying to create. So all I did for the pot, I used the pot, and let me put this down so you can see what I'm doing here. So I took the pot, filled it with a little bit of paper. This. I use this burlap. Like that. Yeah, we got really inexpensive. And I got this, we call this some kind of moss stuff from, actually, before we do that, I have to make a little hole in this burlap because we have to put something in the middle there. So we gotta make sure we got a hole there. These are some really sharp scissors. Just want to make sure it can go all the way through. Okay. Then we got this moss. This is some moss that is like a sheet of moss that I got from Walmart. And it's about $3.99 for a couple of sheets of it. And it comes in like just like I said, like a sheet. It's like a sheet of it. And it's kind of interesting. It's like just a sheet of moss. That's the best way to describe it. And you just lay it in here like this. Just kind of fill it in. Make sure you don't have any of the burlap showing, but the burlap is to really just fill it up. in the little pieces is to just, make it look solid like that. And depending on how I like it to look a little, I don't want it to look super, super flat. I like it to have a little bit of kind of texture and, And then the really cool find as well is the succulents. This. I got this at Michael's for like 49 cents. Look how big it is. It was on clearance. So that's where my hole is, right? Stick this in there. Right down the center. And it fits perfectly right there in the middle. And there you have your, what I call your restoration hardware succulents centerpiece. But this is just one of them. Look how classy that looks.